on top of the world, about to jump above it. Take it straight to the moon, 'cause we know how to rock it. Ain't no thing you can do, ain't no way to stop it. Now you feeling it too, let's get it started. Throw your hands in the air while the beat is dropping. Acting like you don't care when everybody's watching. Just keep whipping your hair like that, you got it. Yeah, you're feeling it too, let's get it started. I'm ready, ready. Let's get it, get it. I'm ready, ready. Are you ready, ready? Let's get it started. Charts off the meter, turn it up, blow the speakers, make them all to believers. Break through the surface, tell them open the curtains, give them all what they wanted, yeah. Now let's get started. I'm ready, ready. Let's get it, get it. Yeah, I'm ready, ready. I'm ready. Are you ready, ready? I'm ready. Let's get it started. Yeah, yeah, I'm ready, ready. Let's get it, get it. I'm ready, ready. Let's go. Are you ready, ready? Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it, get it. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Yeah, 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 yeah. Give me something new. Time to break it loose. Take it to another level. Now we on the move. Shout if you coming with me. Going over the limit. On your mark, keep it steady. So tell me, are you ready? I'm ready, ready. Let's get it, get it. I'm ready, ready. Are you ready, ready? Let's get it started.
Coverage of LSRTV bonus with tonight's coverage of the Northwest Pro Late Model Series. Tonight we are at the Langley Speedway. Yes, I've been to this racetrack. It's in Hampton, Virginia, the Tidewater region of the Commonwealth, and we welcome you to our coverage. I am Wesley Outland, joined alongside back in the broadcast booth. My buddy out of Spokane, Washington is Greg Rance. Greg, it is to have you back on the LSRTV crew. And, man, we're going to have some fun. Pro late models, crate engines, Langley Speedway, 100 laps. Happy Turkey Murder Day to you.
I'm looking forward to it, Wesley. Good to be back here on LSRTV, your home for sim racing, kicking off a new series here in the realms of iRacing. This is the Northwest Pro Late Series, a brand new series started up to fill the gap as we kind of lost out on the Northwest Tour this year. They're taking a little bit of a hiatus. They're going to do a couple special events here this winter, but these guys wanted to race weekly, so we are going to let them go out and have fun here on Tuesday nights on LSRTV with the Northwest Pro Late Series, kicking it off 100 laps the distance tonight at Langley Speedway. This is going to be a fun one. Wesley, it's good to be back, and even better to be on LSRTV doing short track racing at Langley.
Certainly is, buddy. And, of course, while the breakaway from the Northwest Cup and Truck and ARCA Series, who still have the Northwest a part of the action, we welcome you to it amongst everything else that's going on, like the Sim 500 League, the Saturday Night League that's also been going on with the, I believe it's the main late model series. That's been really successful. So, hey, let's take a look at the analysis, the race information, and heat races. That's right. Heat races will set the lineup for the events tonight. A heat race, a B main if needed, and then, of course, Greg, 100 laps the distance here for the Northwest Pro Late Model Series.
100 laps the distance tonight, but much like the old Northwest Tour, which, don't forget, we are going to have the Northwest Tour on here 3 times this season. More details on that later. But, yes, B main, heat races, that's different from the Northwest Tour. The Northwest Tour was straight C main, B main into the feature event. This one, heat races, 8 laps the distance tonight for those heat races into a 25-lap B main to set the field for round number 1 of the Northwest Pro Late Series, the brand new series here on LSRTV, starting off at Langley. And this is not super late models either. This is pro late models. This is the old Chevy Monte Carlo late model that drivers have used as kind of a tool to learn late model racing on the iRacing server. Switching to that here for this series, and it's allowed for some different names to come up and rise to the top than what we saw in the Northwest Tour last winter.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Let's take a look also now at your conditions virtual on the iRacing simulator, thanks to LSR TV. 74 degrees ambient temp, 77 for the track. Wind speed, 5 miles an hour. It's clear. And this is going to be very, very fun. 70-degree temperatures is not that hot at all for a virtual iRacing event. Of course, it's going to be a nice, comfortable race. And this is short track racing, Greg. So these guys, they're going to throw after it. They're going to come after it hard. And obviously, who wants to be on top at the end of round number 1? This should be a good race now with the Northwest Pro Late Model Series. Is right now they're going over their final warm-ups and qualifying times about to be determined after the drivers' meeting, and then they'll be ready to go for their heat race.
And it's going to be going quickly here tonight. I mean, yes, this is a new series, but these guys have raced with each other plenty of times before. But looking at the entry list, there's a couple other names on here that some longtime viewers of LSR TV might recognize. Of course, we've got the Northwest Staples. We've got the defending Northwest Tour champion, Chris Carroll. We've got Cole Raz and Caden Anderson, Staples and winners on the Northwest Tour and Northwest Racing Series, Cup and Trucks, Mondays and Wednesday nights. They're here tonight. Dan Lowther's here. Brock Denny's here. Casey Garber, he won on the tour this past year. Josh Washington, but some new names joining the field as well, including, this one's not new to longtime LSR TV viewers. We've seen him race Cup. We've seen him race trucks. We've seen him race super late models, win in a super late model on the LSR TV in the past. We're talking about Curtis Critchley out of Canada, comes down, races a lot of the big races with us on LSR TV over the years. He has joined the Northwest Pro Late Model Series from north of the border, and he's going to no doubt put on a show with the boys and girls of the Northwest here this evening, and hopefully for most of the season. Good to have Curtis Critchley on board.
So we will take a quick break. When we come back, we will get ready to prepare for heat races. Northwest Pro Late Model Series action, round 1, now every Tuesday night, 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. You're home for sim racing, LSR TV. Back with more in a moment.
An automobile purchase shouldn't be hard. The hardest part for the consumer in the whole process should be selecting the vehicle. We have the online credit application. We can bring the car to you to see it, to test drive it, to deliver it. We have all the tools in place, and we've had them in place for a long time. I just think now we've perfected it. It's become part of our culture. We've, kind of taken it to the next level. It is easy, and it should be easy, and it should be fun, and it shouldn't take a whole lot of time.
Hey, it's Wesley Outlet on the set of the Bull Ring on Speed 51 TV, but I also want to remind everybody that you can keep up with coverage of esports with the Northwest Cup and Truck Series, the American iRacing League, S&B Cup Series, and so much more on your home for sim racing, LSR TV. Of course, remember, you can watch it, and then you can listen to it on CRN, the community radio network at wearecrn.com. Check us out when you can.
Welcome back to Langley. 2.5 minutes away from the first heat race getting ready to stage. Greg Rentz, Wesley Outland back with you again. You're home for sim racing for the new Northwest Pro Late Model Series. Well, there's a lot of cool things going on. You got the Monday Night League. Of course, they're off this Monday night, but the Trans-Service Blizzard Cup Series comes back next Monday night. You got that going on. You got now this Northwest Pro Late Model Series as well. Believe there is the main Super Late Model Series. That is on Saturday nights. And for more information on how you're starting your – let's start that again. For more information on how to start your iRacing career, log on to iRacing.com. And, of course, Greg, they can follow the action always on your home for sim racing.
And that is, without a doubt, what you want to do. If you want to get involved in iRacing, you got to follow along, and you have to be rocking and rolling with us here on LSRTV, because this is the place for sim racing. And Wesley, it's one of the most fun things we can do here is to be on LSRTV. You can tell I've been gone for a hot minute, and I'm still trying to shake the cobwebs out, but I'm so excited to see what's going on with this. I'm excited to bring a new series too. I'm excited to be back and hoping to have some more colleagues here joining us to try to fill out the rest of the LSRTV family.
Yeah, man, it's awesome to have you back here again. You know, I know you needed to take a little time off, and you know, sometimes everybody needs a little breather once in a while, a little reset. But you know, but I will say this though, man, amongst you taking time off on iRacing, you have been wide open with some pretty big special events up in the Northwest, man. And you and Jeremy Anders done some special shows, of course. You know, Wenatchee, the Super Oval event, the big race, the summer event, the big. The showdown race was always something we had the winner on from that on finish line about a few months ago. So you've stayed busy yourself. You have.
Yeah, it was definitely a wild end to the season, getting to travel around the Northwest. I'm lucky enough to be able to do it. And then, of course, we capped it off with bringing back a track from the dead. We brought back Tri-City Raceway, now known as the Red Mountain Event Center, for the Fall Classic, which used to be at Yakima Speedway. But, man, what a privilege to be a part of that special event. Think Concord when you think of Tri-City Raceway. We've been there on LSRTV in the past. It's on iRacing. Tri-City Raceway, pretty much an exact replica of Concord. And it was so special to be just a small part of the group that brought that group or track back. But, hey, we've got cars on track on LSRTV. Wesley, we're going to the grid for our first heat race of the night. We are going to take a look and see who we have lined up here for this first heat race here at Langley.
Ready to go for Larry King Law's Langley Speedway heat race number 1. Ryan Bloom is on the pole to the outside. Ryan McLeod in the number 88 machine. Row number 2, and Angel Ortega, the 10 to the outside. Chris Chris Camari in the 15. Third time I got it right. Row 3 in the grid. We'll find Troy Daggett at the 9, followed by Josh Washington to his outside. Field beginning row 4. Brock Denny and Curtis Critchley. And I believe that is the lineup for heat race number 1. 8 cars.
Looks
10 laps. This sets up the inside row. Am I right, Greg?
Believe so. This is going to be interesting to watch. 8-lap heat race. And Brock Denny, keep your eyes on that 064. It's going to be Mountain Dew colors because he was fastest in practice before going out for qualifying. That's him bottom row, or back of the bottom row there, alongside Curtis Critchley. That's who we talked about. We've seen him on LSRTV time and time again in that black 27 car. Joining the Northwest Pro Late Series. Again, this is the first race in this series, so who's going to get a shot to see to be the first winner in the series? Now, as we get set to go to the green, you'll notice some of these drivers with a 0 in front of their number. That means they haven't paid the bills yet. They have up until middle of December to pay their registration fee, or they will not get to race anymore. So drivers with a 0, that's the dedicating drivers that have not yet paid their registration fee, but we're green flag racing, Northwest Pro Late Series, first heat race of the night at Langley.
Pace car is in, and quickly the Northwest ARCA champion jumping up to the top spot in the 025 of Ryan Bloom. Ortega sits back there in that number 2 position. Look out, Bloom sideways. Ortega diving on the bottom to go after him. Bloom.
Bloom again breaking loose.
Oh, my goodness. Come on, Ryan.
Bloom,
From the penthouse to the
champion,
outhouse,
falling to
Greg.
the back. Yeah, he's
From
falling
the
to the
penthouse
very
to
back
the
of
outhouse.
Angel Ortega. Angel Ortega leading now in the number 22 car on screen, 10 on ticker, but I told you to watch out for that Mountain Dew 064 of Brock Denny. He's already up to third now, trying to put some pressure on Troy Daggett as he's got around Josh Washington. Brock Denny been very, very strong here so far in practice. We go on board with the 064 of Brock Denny out of Columbia Falls, Montana. Picked up some big legend car wins in the Northwest this year, traveling around, and picked up the big one at Wenatchee to close out the season. Up to second now. He was getting pretty strong there at the end of the Northwest Tour season last year. A couple of podiums to round it out. And remember that big truck win at Daytona in the duels that earlier this year, back in February. So Brock Denny really starting to come into his own on iRacing. Doesn't get to do it a whole lot, and showing, though, that he's very strong in these Pro Late models, trying to track down Angel Ortega.
3 laps to go, just after halfway in heat race number 1. Ortega, Denny, Washington, Daggett, Bloom, the top 5. They work their way back around out of turn number 4. And the Ortega machine now under attack by Brock Denny. Denny's coming after him hard as they work their way now back off that corner. Washington also closing in for that spot. And meanwhile, they're coming to the line, white flag in the air. In a very fast heat race, Ortega brings them to 1 to go.
Denny taking a peek to the inside. We got some lap traffic ahead. That is Ryan McLeod in the number 88. Curtis Critchley had to pull into the pits. Must have got caught up in an accident of some kind. Denny going to take one final shot. All 4 tires down on the apron. Not going to be enough. Washington creeps his nose in there as well. But Ortega picks up the win for heat race number 1.
No harm, no foul. Fairly simple, easy heat races. The only problems amongst the entire event was when Ryan Bloom, 2021 ARCA Northwest Series champion, had some problems from the start of the pole, falling to the back. Everyone else could not run down Ortega when it's all said and done. So here is the results for, I'm sorry, we're not going to show the results of heat number 1. My apologies. We just gave you the rundown there. But, oh, well, there it is. Angel Ortega is the winner. Brock Denny second. Josh Washington, Ryan Bloom. Come on. Man, I ruin that guy's name all the time. Chris Kameyer, followed by Troy Daggett, Ryan McLeod, and Curtis Critchley. All right, Greg, I'll let you give the lineup for number 2.
Moving on to the second heat race of the night. Starting off on the pole, we've got an all-Spokane rookie front row. That's Austin Ackerman in the number 005 with the Golden Child, Ron Hunter. 2 drivers making their LSRTV debuts on the front row. Robert Gamble, familiar name to those familiar with the Northwest Racing Series, picked up a win in an open-wheel race on LSRTV in the past alongside Colton Garber, another Spokane area driver, ready to make his debut on LSRTV. Bryce Denny, the younger brother of Brock Denny, going to roll off in the 036, followed by Dan Lowther in the number 63. He was one of the guys who put this series together, one of the driving forces. Lowther, a former winner on the Northwest Cup Series, rolls off on the outside in that white and green machine. Then we got 2 drivers who really made their names known on LSRTV, Cole Raz and Casey Garber, number 027. Number 96, Casey Garber, Cole Raz, both winners in the Cup Series, both winners in the Truck Series, and both winners on the Northwest Tour. This is your second heat race lineup.
Heat race number 2, 8 laps. And by the way, understanding Austin is a DNS, not able to start. As the pace car, we'll get ready to drop onto the pit lane. Round 1, the Northwest Pro Late Model Series. Green flag in the air. Heat number 2 under. This will set up the outside lane, and we're underway. Green flag, and Gamble gets the jump out front.
Look at Dan Lowther thinking 3 wide mills. You look at Casey Garber there in the 96. There's Cole Raz paying homage to his older brother Grayson with that number 27 up there as Lowther trying to make the outside lane where Gamble leads lap number 1. But here comes Bryce Denny in that number 036 trying to one-up his brother from his heat race. But here comes Ken in that number 96. Garber taking a peek to the inside. Remember, he won the Iowa Super Late Model race from the Northwest Tour, trying to bring Cole Raz with him. Raz won at Nashville last winter. Taking a peek to the bottom of Bryce Denny. Garber leads Cole Raz out of Lake Oswego, Oregon. He was a finalist in the Kowicki Driver Development Program this year. slides into second. Ron Hunter broke loose in the number 30 off of turn number 2, fell to the back. The Golden Child, with his first league start on iRacing, just joined the server not too long ago, as they have now dropped Gamble back to 4th place. Taking a peek is Dan Lowther, the number 63. Colton Garber lurking in the 59. On board with Dan Lowther, looking at the 54 of Gamble.
4 laps in, 4 laps to go. There's Dan Lowther riding on board with him. Looks like a machine gun on the back of his car of the Gamble machine. And there's contact. Gamble,
and
Lowther, and they spin in the middle of the corner.
He saves it, but just a little bit of a touch, a little bit of a tap. Unfortunately, this is just the heat race, and they'll have a chance to reset. Now Gamble goes around. You saw it at the top of the screen in number 54, and he knows he's in the wall. And there's Dan Lowther dirt tracking through 3 and 4. Gamble going to back up, and looks like he's just going to go ahead and come down pit road, as there's your leader, Casey Garber, trying to put Ron Hunter a lap down. He will. 2 laps to go. 1 to go. White flag. Cole Raz putting pressure on. We saw this battle a time or two on the Northwest Tour last year, with Garber getting the better of it most of the time, and it's going to happen again. Checker flag. This round goes to Casey Garber. Cole Raz second. Bryce Denny holds on for third. Colton Garber, Casey's cousin, finishes 4th.
So heat race number 2 had a little bit more thrills, spills, and chills. But when it's all said and done, Kenneth Garber gets heat race number 2 over Cole Raz, one of the regulars on the Spears SRL Southwest Tour. Bryce Denny, Brock Denny's brother, will finish in the 3rd spot. Colton Garber 4th. Lowther, Hunter, Gamble, and Ackerman will finish in the top 8 in heat race number 2. Heat race number 3 is getting ready to grid now. Another 8 laps. Starting lineup, Kyle Matthews is on the pole. To the outside, Joshua Bill in car number 02. Row 2 on the grid, we will find Nate Garski in the 3rd position. Andrew Lemke in the number 5. Row number 3, in heat number 3, Daryl Tidrick in the 45, followed by Briar Reynolds in car number 12. In row 4 on the grid, we'll find Chris Carroll and Dylan Huffines, a real racer as well, in the number 7. So there is your lineup. 8 cars, 8 laps. Heat race number 3, and I believe, am I right, Greg, this is the final preliminary heat race? We have 4 heats.
One more.
4 heat races.
4 heat races.
Well,
4 heat races, then the B main.
There we go.
As we get,
so we kind of mimic, if you will, what was the Northwest Super Late Model Tour, but we actually now show all of the heat races and the last chance races, where we used to just show only the feature for the Joe's Racing Products Northwest iRacing Tour.
Yeah, we're showing it all here tonight, including that 25-lap B main to set the final positions as we get set to roll. You got Kyle Matthews on the pole with Josh Beal in the 02, 3rd of 4 heat races. Kyle Matthews, the 029, going to lead him to green. Josh Beal on the outside of the A&W Root Beer Killers. Here we go, green flag. Keep your eyes on that back row. Dylan Huffines and Chris Carroll. Chris Carroll, the Northwest Tour champion. 3 wins on the year last year, including the Northwest Snowball Derby, which will be what kicks off the 3-race series for the Northwest Tour this year. We're kicking it off with the Snowball Derby, presented by Custom Fab, and Chris Carroll won that race last year as they get around Briar Reynolds in that Cole Trickle Superflow Chevrolet. Andrew Lemke there in the number 5 from the Cascade Racing League, trying to put some pressure on Nate Garski in the number 044. Single file through turns 3 and 4 in this 3rd heat race as you go on board with our LSRTV aerial coverage as Chris Carroll tries to put another one down. Oh, and around goes Josh Beal in the 02 right in front of the field. He slides down, no harm, no foul. That gives Kyle Matthews a bit of a gap now, a 2.5 seconds over Nate Garski.
6 laps to go. Now make it 5 remaining. Heat number 3. Matthews leads. Garski second. Here we go down the battle between Lemke, Garski. Also Carroll in that mix. Pushing each other up off the racetrack out of turn 4. Halfway down, 4 in, 4 to go. Matthews on the ascent. He pulls away from Lemke. There's a 3-car battle for the bridesmaid spot, though. Halfway home in heat 3. They're in turn 3.
I told you, keep your eyes on that 097 of Chris Carroll from the back of the field up to second. Dylan Huffines, though, in the number 7, he had some trouble. He's 8 seconds back right now in the number 7. But there is in the wall is your defending Tri-State Hobby Stock champion. 3 wins at Hermiston as well. Excuse me, not the Tri-State Hobby Stock champion. His brother Garrett won that championship. Dylan picked up the track championship at Hermiston and was in the mix. His brother Garrett picked up that touring championship. But there's the mini stock driver from the west side of the state, Kyle Matthews. A little bit of a bobble, though. That's going to allow Carroll to close in as the white flag falls. Barney, the flagman, gives him the 1 to go. Kyle Matthews going to try to hold off Carroll for one final charge on the backstretch.
Final time. Matthews brings that machine out of turn number 4. Flash bulbs popping. Heat 3. Winner. Matthews over Carroll. Didn't stand a chance. Rest of the field to come to the line. Now they're going to the grass as well. Matthews, Carroll, Lemke, Reynolds, top 4. Garski, Huffines, Tidrick, and Beal. That's the way they wrap them up in heat race number 3. Greg Rentz, one more heat, ready to go. Got the lineup.
Last heat race of the night. Then we're going to move straight into our B main. Let's take a look at the final heat race lineup. On the pole, fatback Bryce Clark driving the number 93. Hey, that's LSRTV's own Will Duvall in the number 23. Good to have him here in the series, back in the driver's seat. Kevin Smith, who came so far development-wise in the Northwest Racing Series, the ARCA winner multiple times, and even a truck win this year for Kevin Smith. He starts alongside TK Tyler Kim in the number 38, as we got some excitement already up there as they roll off the grid. Big Bird, Eric Cheney going to start off next to Caden Anderson in the number 37, making up row number 3, and I believe your final car in the series, Shane Quinn, the legend driver and multiple-time winner on the Northwest Tour. Shane Quinn, 04, rounds out the field.
There you go. One more heat race, and then we'll get ready to go with one consi. The hooligan race will set the field. Is it 24 cars that are going for the feature, Greg? Am I right?
Should be 24 cars.
There you go, 24.
To start this one off. Back Bryce Clark in at number 93, going to lead in the green alongside a pure white number 23 of Will Duvall. That's not common for what we're used to seeing out of the Outlaw. Kevin Smith right behind him in the 00. Again, it was so much fun to watch him get there in the ARCA cars, get those multiple wins, pick up that elusive truck win. Tyler Kim starting right alongside him there in the 38. There's Big Bird Cheney and Caden Anderson as we go green for the final heat race.
Green flag in the air, a little hustling. 3 wide in the middle. Smith below the bottom of the apron. He'll take it away like candy from a baby. And meanwhile, they're going to go 3 wide again. Yes, sir.
Right back,
Nobody's
sliding
lifted.
to the back. Here goes Quinn by in that Russ Wheeler-inspired throwback. Caden Anderson and Eric Cheney are moving their way through the field as Clark falls to the back. There's a look at Anderson right there. Multiple winners this year on the trucks and cup. And one of the leading winners in Northwest Tour history, bringing Shane Quinn with him. Remember, those two, they had some drama and words exchanged after Irwindale last year on the Northwest Tour. There was some bad blood there. This is the first time they've shared the same racetrack since that night. So this is definitely going to be interesting with Anderson and Quinn back on the same racetrack for the first time since that spiciness at Irwindale. As Anderson has the brake check. Oh, contact! Smith and Cheney go around. And just like that, Anderson to the lead. And suddenly, that beat for time from Irwindale last year, Anderson 1, Quinn 2 with 5 laps to go.
Leader back at a 1 and 2. It's Anderson, Quinn, and Duvall. They all were a little shuffled earlier, but now they got back going again. And look at now Caden Anderson back going again in that 137 machine. Remember, the drivers that have the 0 on the sides of their numbers, triple digits, are not registered drivers. They have a certain amount of time to get registered. If they do not get registered, obviously, then that number is disallowed, and they're not able to run with the series. So, but hey, this is just round 1. This is just round 1 of the Northwest Pro Late Model Series. You still, maybe they're just kind of filling things out right now. 2 laps to go. Caden Anderson, Yakima, Washington. Here he comes, Greg Rentz. White flag in the air. Heat race number 4, final out.
No stranger to strong runs on LSRTV. Again, many wins on the Northwest Tour. Big wins in the Cup Series this year. big wins in the Truck Series this year, and now a heat race win in the Northwest Pro Late Series. Give it to Caden Anderson. Stroker with the win.
There they go. The Hardy's machine. Shades of Russ Willer from Days of Thunder trying to run him down for the second spot. Caden Anderson, Shane Quinn, Tyler Kim, Eric Cheney, Duval, Smith, Clark, B-Main, and Weck. Quick break. We'll be back with more Northwest Pro Late Model session on LSRTV.
An automobile purchase shouldn't be hard. The hardest part for the consumer in the whole process should be selecting the vehicle. We have the online credit application. We can bring the car to you to see it, to test drive it, to deliver it. We have all the tools in place, and we've had them in place for a long time. I just think now we've perfected it. It's become part of our culture. We've, kind of taken it to the next level. It is easy, and it should be easy, and it should be fun, and it shouldn't take a whole lot of time.
Welcome back to coverage. Northwest Pro Late Model Series round number 1 on this Tuesday night. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Wesley Outland, Greg Rentz with you. We're ready to go down with the B-Main. And it is going to be ready to roll. Chris Camary in the number... Oh, I got his name right finally. Chris Camary in the 15. He's on the pole. Dan Lowther outside. Row 1. Row 2. We'll find Nate Garski to the outside of him. Will Duvall. Yeah, Will Duvall from dirt, now pavement. Troy Daggett, Ron Hunter, row number 3. Row 4, Dylan Huffines, Kevin Smith. Thanks to Hermiston and Tom Denchilada Group. McLeod, Gamble. That's your top 10 so far. And we can line up, Greg.
Daryl Tidrick in the number 45. Fatback Bryce Clark started on the pole. One of those heat races rolls off there. Curtis Critchley, Austin Ackerman waking up row number 7. By the way, 8 drivers will move on in this heat race, rounded out by Josh Beal in the 0-2. So 15 drivers going 25 laps. Top 8 transfer to the feature race. So Chris Camary and Dan Lowther going to start it on the pole with Garski and Duvall right behind them. 25 laps. The iRacing sedan will pull down pit road right now. And here we go. Green flag, B-Main. 25 laps, 15 cars, 8 to the show.
Green flag in the air. We're underway. 25-lap B-Main underway. Coming up 100 laps of Century Ground around the Langley Speedway on the iRacing simulator. Here they come. Camary out in front. Lowther in second. Garski. And they all work their way off the corner. We got a couple of cars spinning. A couple of cars tangled between 3 and 4. We got one up against the fence. Robert Gamble in 54. Still no caution. He's in the back, and he's in his own world. No yellow. Camary leads the field to 3, and the caution is not out.
Look at Duvall, though. A lot of damage on the right front there, the number 23. As you take a look, that's your top 7 right now. All these drivers are in the race as of now. The cutoff spot is that number 88. Ryan McLeod in the 88th position. Got Curtis Critchley trying to reel him in, though. And you'll see McLeod right there pop into your screen. Critchley trying to reel him in as the battle for transfer goes. And actually, he's gotten around him. So move the 27 into the transfer spot. Curtis Critchley now on the bubble as McLeod has to try to make it back up. Tidrick and Clark back there as well. One car on pit road. It's Robert Gamble.
Watching those guys working their way again. Robert Gamble coming off of the corner. Racing continues on here, and there's the blimp view. Remember, all aerial coverage for tonight's race of the Northwest Pro Late Model Series is brought to you by LSRTV, your home for sim racing. As there's a little weasel and a little wiggle and a giggle there. Willen and Dylan side by side from the blimp view. This is inside the top 10. Duvall's in that mix as they cross the line at Langley.
You see Critchley trying to reel him in one by one. Again, we've seen Critchley time and time again on LSRTV get some big wins as one car off the pace. That is, I believe, the 88 of McLeod that just went a lap down. Ron Hunter just went a lap down as well, the Golden Child in the number 30. Oh, one car going around. Who was that? Was that Kevin Smith in the 00? Yes, it was. Kevin Smith was in a transfer spot, and now all of a sudden he's got work to do with 18 laps to go.
Racing continues on here. 18 to go. They better step up now. 17 To the line, they cross the stripe. Kamari leads the way. Lowther in second, Huffines third. Daggett and Critchley now in the top 5. Only 8 spots are going. By the way, you see the driver in blue like you saw earlier with Ryan Bloom. Those are drivers that were one of the final 4 that were racing towards a championship in either ARCA, Cup, or Truck.
Yeah, the Northwest ARCA Series came to LSRTV this year. Sorry, Wesley.
Yes, it was, and it was fun. It was fun, Greg. By the way, speaking of the Northwest Contenders, the champions, Ryan Bloom, Chris White, and Dan West Jr. will be on the Fox Sports Radio show Finish Line next Wednesday. I'm making sure I don't accidentally double book them. They are scheduled for next Wednesday as the champions of the Northwest to be acknowledged. And right now, 13 laps to go. Kamari is leading. Now Lowther looking to the lead and away. Dan Lowther to the lead, Greg, as he goes to 3.
He went full send into turn number 1. And look who's up to 3rd, going for 2nd now. Dylan Huffines, the Hermiston track champion. He has moved his way into 2nd now.
Dilly. Huffines will now go and get around Kamari. Kamari falls back to 3rd. He just needs to stay in one of those spots. Top 8 transfer into the A-main. We're closing in on 10 laps to go next time by. Tidrick is the man on the bubble. The man on the outside looking in, Hermiston, Washington's Kevin Smith. While that happens, 10 to go, and it's Lowther leading them back to turn 1.
Lap traffic a little bit ahead now. 10 laps to go. Coming up, lap traffic is the 0-2 of Josh Beal. Lowther leading the way, just trying to slowly click laps away. Remember, we did a pro late model race here for the Northwest last year. We did the Snowflake 100 at Five Flag Speedway. Who won that race? It was Dan Lowther in the number 63, picking up the only Northwest Pro Late win that's on LSRTV. They decided this year, you know what? The tour is taking the year off. We're going to start our own Pro Late series, and Dan Lowther, who won that Snowflake 100, he is leading the way in this heat race, but he's got pressure out the back from the Hermiston track champion.
Yeah, basically the Northwest iRacing Tour presented by Joe's Racing Products, they decided to take, oh, trouble! Beal goes
Josh
around.
Beal. Beal around in the 0-2. Here's to look at Critchley.
We stay green,
Curtis
though.
Critchley up to
Lowther leads.
4th. Curtis Critchley up to 4th in that number 63. Here comes Dylan Huffines, though. He's about to start knocking on the door. The 3-time winner at Hermiston to win that track championship. He's going to put some pressure on Dan Lowther. You got Yakima, Washington represented with Dylan. He's actually out of Sela, the high school senior, versus Dan Lowther out of Boise, Idaho. We are battling it out for the win in the heat race. Remember, this is just the B main. There's still 100 laps to go here in this feature event once we get this one wrapped up.
That's right, and the laps are winding down as they work their way. 5 laps to go, 4 laps to go. It's Lowther, but Huffines is reeling him in. Here, Dilly. Here, Daddy boy. Daddy, I'm coming for you. Into turn 3, and it's 3 to go this time by when they come to the line, Greg.
We've seen these two race time and time again on LSRTV. Now they're battling it out for a win as Huffines with a big slide in the number 7. Lowther up the track in the 63, trying to hold him off, coming to 2 laps to go. It's a long way back to Curtis Critchley, 2.5 seconds, who has gotten past Kamari for the 3rd spot. Troy Daggett up in the top 5. The rundown as they look locked in, the other drivers transferring as of now are Duvall, Tidrick, and Garski, the bubble, as the white flag falls. 1 lap to go for Dan Lowther.
One time around. Final lap on the 3/10 mile down the back straightaway. Lowther coming off turn 4. He will come to the line and win the B-main. He will take position number 17 when they drop the green flag for the feature here later tonight.
Great job by Lowther. Here's a look at your unofficial race results presented by LiveSimRacing.com. Remember, the B-main top 8 transfer. The rest of them, their night comes to an end. Dan Lowther with the win over Dylan Huffines. Curtis Critchley, keep your eyes on him to try to make progress through. Chris Kamari, Troy Daggett, Will Duvall, Nate Garski and Daryl Tidrick are your drivers that will transfer into the main event. Unfortunately for Kevin Smith, Bryce Clark, and the rest of the field, which will be on this one, Ryan McLeod, Josh Beal, Ron Hunter, Robert Gamble, and Austin Ackerman, that marks the end of their night here on night number 1 of the Northwest Pro Late Series.
There you go. Hey, by the way, tomorrow morning, don't forget to join us right here on LSRTV for a very special Thanksgiving Eve line. Guest lineup includes, listen to this, Greg, Ty Majeski, Kevin Rivenbark of PDRA Pro Mod Drag Racing, Michael Brown, Carolina Class 2021 National Champion, Randy Myers of Caraway Speedway, Michael Diaz of the Thanksgiving Classic at Southern National, Nick Hoffman winning that race at Volusia, and the smooth operator Bobby Pierce from the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series and the Duel in the Desert winner, Vegas. That's tomorrow morning, 11 a.m., 10 Central, 8 Pacific. If you get up that early in the morning, Greg, you can listen.
We'll see. I have work in the morning, so I'll take a look. We'll see what's going on. Looks like a 5-minute warm-up session. One car breaking loose. I think that was Cole Raz. There's Nate Garski facing the wrong way. On the wrong way. So here we go. Final practice for the Northwest Tour, or Northwest Pro Late Model Series. 100 laps the distance tonight, Wesley. This is going to be one heck of a show.
Certainly is. You know, in years past, you had Charles and you, Greg, in the booth, and I was the Joe's Racing Products pit reporter for the Northwest iRacing Tour Super Late Model program. Well, we never showed the qualifying. We never showed the qualifying heat races or the last chance races. We might have came on the air about 10 laps to go of the last chance race to kind of show you what was going down. But, you know, that's one of the cool things I like about this series. You literally have been able to check out for the last hour what went down, how it happened, the qualifying, the heat races. E-Main was exciting, and now we prepare for a 100-lap feature coming up next. It should be a good one.
Looking forward to 100 laps. It's going to click away quickly. I mean, look at what we were able to do just in a little bit of time. We got 4 heat races and a B-Main wrapped up, but the intensity is definitely going to be ramped up as you see Dylan Hufflines go for a 360 up there past the Langley Speedway pace or tow truck. Intensity's going to ramp up for this 100-lap main event.
Oh, and by the way, we also mentioned Ty Majeski. He's going to be on finish line tomorrow, and he won the South Carolina Charlie Powell 400 for the late model stocks of NASCAR at Florence Motor Speedway over the weekend. He's also getting ready for the 20,000 win Bill Bigley Memorial Senior Race at Punta Gorda, Florida this weekend. And then, of course, the most prestigious short track race in America in 2 weeks, the 54th Snowball Derby. He's the defending Snowball Derby champion as well. So here's the deal. He's also got iRacing on his car. And, Greg, I had an awesome interview with him about iRacing as well. So we're going to definitely find out his thoughts on iRacing. I told him tomorrow I'd love to have you on and talk about iRacing and what it means to you in your career. And he is an avid supporter of iRacing. Obviously, it's on his cars. It's on his Thor Sport NASCAR Camping World truck as well. And we'll look forward to having all those guests on tomorrow. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Greg Renson, myself, will introduce the 24-car field, round 1. Next, Northwest Pro Late Model Series on LSR TV.
Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, right? Our Ram trucks, truck of the year, amazing trucks. We have fun Jeeps, and then the exciting Dodge and Chrysler products. Lots of performance there, lots of excitement there. They've done a great job in really creating a full scope product line that could suit everybody's needs. Whether it's a family vehicle or a fun vehicle or a utility type vehicle or a big truck, we've got it all for our customers.
Welcome back. Greg Rentz, Wesley Outland here with you. Oh yeah, you hear the music. It's time for that Team 126 Racing starting lineup as 24 virtual charter members of the Fraternal Order of iRacing Go Fast are set to giddy up and gallop for a century grind around Langley. Row 1, Nate Garski on the pole to the outside, Will Duvall in the 23. Row number 2, we'll find Troy Daggett in the 9, Chris Camary in the number 15. Row 3 on the grid, we'll see him, Curtis Critchley. To the outside of him, Dylan Huffines in the number 7. Row 4, tonight, we'll find Dan Lowther, along with Big Bird, the man who created this, Eric Cheney. Row number 5, we'll see Brian Reynolds in the 12, Colton Garber in the 59, and row number 6, this is half the field, Ryan Bloom, the ARCA Northwest champion, Tyler Kim in car number 38, Greg Rentz.
We're going to call this the top half because the top 23 of 24 got inverted, which means Andrew Lemke will roll off alongside Bryce Denny in that number 036. Breaking up row number 7. You got Josh Washington in row number 8 alongside Shane Quinn in the 04, the legend driver, as the field rolls off for the first of 2 pace laps. You got the Northwest Tour champion, Chris Carroll, in the number 097, Cole Raz in the 27, in the outside of row number 9. Brock Denny alongside Caden Anderson, 2 heat race winners there in this one. Alongside Kyle Matthews and Casey Garber making up row number 11. Final row on this 24-car field, we'll see Angel Ortega and Daryl Tidrick, the one who missed the invert. He will start shotgun on the field, Wesley.
And there is the lineup, understanding Tidrick did not make the lineup. No, Angel did not make the lineup. He wants tacos instead for Taco Tuesday. Yes, and they have Ortega tacos. You know that, right, Greg?
Yes, I do. So here we go. First main event of the Northwest Pro Late Model Series. Garski,
I'm horrible. I'm
Duvall,
sorry.
Gonna lead in the green. Wesley, here we go. The first main event of the brand new series on LSRTV is coming to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, here they come to the line. You have a virtual race green flag in the air. 100 laps. Garski on the jump.
Garski is able to break away from Duvall there at the start.
Duvall, come on,
Here
Duvall.
comes Critchley.
Duvall, just hold it together. You can't drive it like a dirt late model, okay? You said.
That's Duvall's thing, though. He is a dirt driver, so he's used to driving it like a dirt car. You can't do that with these cars, especially at this track here at Langley, because he's going to finally tuck in behind the number 7 of Dylan Huffines, but he falls back from the front row all the way back to 5th now. Keep your eyes on Big Bird coming up in that blue car, number 76, trying to make his way through the field. He gets past Scary Chris Camary, is what he said his nickname was to me earlier today, as Duvall breaks loose. Down on the apron, there was another blue car there. That looked to be the 025 of Bloom. I'm looking for that 097 of Chris Carroll. Where's he at? Trying to pick his way through the field up to 14th as the caution falls on lap number 4. You see Caden Anderson and Bryce Denny there. Kyle Matthews, the 029, looks like he got the worst of it.
Yellow flag is out first time tonight, and that will allow us to have a Pulse Poppers instant replay. Pulse Poppers fishing lures. It might not be fishing season unless you're up in Alaska freezing right now. You do ice fishing. But definitely whenever the warm weather returns in America, go down to, or if you're down in Florida, yeah. Or in Texas.
Tyler Kim got in the wall.
Yeah.
Tyler Kim got in the wall, and that bounced him into Kyle Matthews, who had to check up, came to a sliding stop, and Daryl Tidrick nosed into the driver's side door. And just like that, we have a first caution. But look at this. Caution laps do count here, Wesley. So this is a little bit different than what we've seen with some super late model races in the past. Caution laps are counting for this one.
I retract my previous statement about ice fishing, okay? you can get Pulse Poppers fishing lures anytime. And by the way, Greg, definitely they make fish noises. I had to. I'm sorry. I had to.
Hey, it's been a while. It's
It
been a
has
while.
been a while.
So,
It's good working
who hit the
with you again,
cone?
buddy.
Who hit the cone? Was that Tidrick that hit the cone? Yes, it was.
I think
Daryl.
he's just- yeah, he was.
Daryl. Not supposed to
Is that a
hit the
penalty for hitting the
cone.
cone?
That's up to iRacing. I'm not sure if it is, but you're not supposed to hit the cone. What cone do to you?
Well, I think he damaged the car by hitting the front of the car for hitting the cone too. It looks like.
No, that was left over from the hit to Kyle Matthews' door. Remember, no tires,
Oh, that's
no
right.
fast repairs. So once you get damaged, it's on from there. And you got to try to wheel and deal your way. Kyle Matthews still in the pits right now in the 029. Tidrick made it back out after, I believe, losing a lap. Nate Garski leading the way in the 044 behind the iRacing Sedan pace car. And we're going on board with the iRacing Sedan pace car. Oh, hey, they were listening to some Snoop Dogg in there. Here we go, looking at some damage. We got Tyler Kim in the 38. On board with him, looking at Casey Garber, the 96. I think we're on board with Bryce Denny right now in the 036. Oh, that was Dylan Huffines in the number 7 that we were on board with.
Lights are off on the pace car. Northwest Pro Late Model Series, round number 1. Greg, what is this, like a 10-week series, winter series, basically?
Kind of just like winter series. We're going to throw it together. Full schedule hasn't been thrown together yet, but it's going to be fun.
Gotcha.
Again, this is just kind of the Northwest Tour went away. We still want to race every week, so we're going to do something a little bit different, and we got it on LSRTV for the opener, and it's been a lot of fun, and we're going to see more racing right now as we're green flag coming to start lap number 10, already 10% through this race.
90 laps to go. Garski on the jump, Daggett right there. Look at this battle with Critchley and Daggett and Huffines. And yep, here comes Duval again. Dirt tracker race coming after him on the pavement. He's used to giving people the chrome horns and slide jobs and crossovers and oh no!
Oh, he just got the chrome horn from the Cheney and Blumenthal. Garber involved. Washington gets a piece.
Oh no!
And we have a mess.
Charles, I mean, Will. Well, you can't get a break.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call a pileup. And let's take a look at a Pulse Poppers replay. You were talking about Chrome Horn and Slide Job, and right there's a bump from Kamari, and Cheney nowhere to go. Dan Lowther gets a piece of it. Saw Ryan Bloom getting up there. Big hit there from Josh Washington as the rest of the field checks up.
Yeah, I don't think it's fun now for Will Duvall anymore. He said it's going to be fun, but I don't think it's fun anymore. It was, oh my goodness. Oh, wow.
Car's a little beat up. Let's go on board with Duvall. He got the wall off of turn number 4. That's what started the whole thing. You see him break loose right there. And, he's riding dirty, all right, as you saw that on the back of Huffine's car. And say hello to Ryan Bloom, Eric Cheney, Brian Reynolds, Josh Washington gets a piece, and the dirt tracker winds up in the dirt down in turn number 3.
Can we just say that Will Duvall needs a little bit more experience before running on the pavement? It's just you can't drive these cars like dirt late models. It's just there's a totally different world.
I'm gonna let you answer to him when he watches this back and sees that.
I will tell the cowboy that you're on board, man. I will tell Will Duvall that. Okay, just you can't.
Go ahead, shoot him a text.
Telling him right now, shooting him a text. Oh, is he in the broadcast?
Duvall, Tidrick, Washington, Bloom, all on pit road for repairs. Remember, no fast repairs in this series, so once you have damage, you got to try to work your way through it for the rest of the race. A lot of drivers with damage already.
Hey.
Angel Ortega back out on the track, 7 laps down.
Haven't heard from her in a while. Miss Aunt Kathy, hope you're doing well. I know you are one of the Greg Rentz Posse family followers of him. So it's good to see you back in the chat box again. Yeah, Greg Rentz Posse, yes. And I know Thanksgiving's around the corner, so I know she's getting ready, Greg, for cheesecake, okay? And don't judge her. Cheesecake on Thanksgiving's good.
Cheesecake is perfect on Thanksgiving. Cheesecake's perfect anytime. What are you talking about?
Exactly. I mean, cheesecake is good in the summer and the winter. It doesn't matter. Cheesecake does not boast. It does not anger. It is kind. It is delicious. And it's good to see Aunt Kathy back in the box again. Lights are off. Lights are off. The lights are off on the pace car. I'm ignoring you. We're ready to go back to green. 16 laps in of 100. And the green flag goes back in the air. Pro late model
Off in the turn
to the northwest into turn 1 and 2.
I'm just wondering how long until the chair falls off from Wesley. That hasn't happened in a minute. As here it's Chris Carroll in the 097, already making his way up through the field. Cheney there in the 76. Carroll in the 097. Ooh, a little bit of contact perhaps there by Cheney and Mary. Couple days of Thunder cars on screen.
I've had a rebuttal from Will Duvall, and he says, and I quote, 8 minutes of required repairs, thumbs up. Wesley, I ain't got no control over what happens behind me. Tonight is the first time I've seen this track, so say what you will.
Ooh, it was contact between Kim and Denny. As Broccoli goes around. Nice 360, and he kept it off everything. There was no more contact after the initial one.
I'm just jerking your chain, but you have been driving like you're in a dirt late model on pavement. Brock Denny, let's watch this again. On board with Brock Denny. Look at them. Oh, my goodness. Greg, there's just no social distancing here. I mean, they're just literally slamming and bamming off of each other.
And then there's the contact between him and Kim. And look at Caden Anderson just barely get through there. Andrew Lemke does a fantastic job as well.
Yeah. Here's the thing about Langley Speedway. A lot of people might not know this. A lot of people might not know this, but you're seeing it on board now. That track is flat. This is a flat track, okay? It is flat. You know.
Well, there's contact right there between Denny and that black car up there. I think that may be Cole Raz in the 27. Now watch that. There's the contact from Kim. Watch Anderson. Check up. And then go. Get through. Garber getting the wall a little bit there in the 59. But, man, what a job by Caden Anderson in that number 37 to get through that. All right, we're almost a quarter of the way through this one. Nate Garski has led every lap so far, but look who is up to second in that 27 car, Curtis Critchley. This is going to be interesting. We've seen Critchley a bunch on LSRTV in the past. What will we see out of him tonight? His first start with the Northwest Pro Late Series.
That's exactly right. Again, I don't think so. You can forget that challenge. This is the only pay I get for LSRTV this week. Don't give me a deduction. It was. Oh well. Lights are off for the pace car. By the way, biggest movers of the race so far has been up 11 positions, Chris Carroll. Thank you to Samuel Dyer, who is also our executive director. He is behind the scenes helping us out with the
Sam got a promotion while I was gone.
The notes and stuff. So.
There's Casey Garber up 10 positions.
Hey, Aunt Kathy is doing chocolate banana pie? Ugh. I just, ugh.
That sounds delicious.
Just threw up in my mouth thinking about that. Chocolate banana pie. Green flag back out. Here we go. Chocolate.
I hope your son ties the cat to the ceiling fan again.
Meow. We're back underway.
Garski able to break away from Critchley.
Off of 4, Huff finds up the racetrack.
Inside.
Daggett. Yes, sir.
Daggett, one of the finalists from the Northwest ARCA Series, battling it out with Dylan Huffines. Dan Lowther, here comes Chris Carroll, Northwest Tour champion in that 097. Dan Lowther, a winner at Talladega in the Cup Series last season, battle for the lead. Critchley's got the preferred lane there on the bottom. He may have it in turn number 1, and he does. New leader, Curtis Critchley, leads at Langley.
And by the way, it is now official. Will Duvall is out of the race. First car out. 23 cars remain.
Oh, Caden Anderson's falling down the ticker in the number 97. Dylan Huffines was facing the wrong way. And Anderson lost a lot of ground in the 37 as well. we'll take a look at a Pulse Poppers replay. I think the two Yakima boys may have gotten together at some point here. There's Huffines in the 7. There's the pass for the lead. You see Lowther on the inside. Oh, Huffines gets loose, gets hit by Kamari, and Quinn and Anderson into the dirt and the grass, and that's what causes it there. So Huffines gets the worst of it.
Caution out again. Is this a race or a demo derby? Back under the yellow flag after another multi-car accident.
Critchley, Garski leading the way right now. Garski had led up until that last restart when Critchley took the lead. We're just past a quarter of the way through that. And boy, I'm sure glad that there's no Rolls Royces out there right now like you saw on that sign back there, because the owner of that Rolls Royce would not be too happy with the way this race has gone so far. Josh Washington going to get the lucky dog, goes by on the outside. Past the leader, Critchley. The
Greg, I'm understanding from the Northwest Pro Late Model Series officials, Dylan Huffines is coming to the pit lane, obviously. Again, no fast repair for this series, and it will be a single file restart for this restart as well. Single file for this restart. So they're going to go single file when this race gets back underway.
Not surprised. Not sure what you guys there on the East Coast and all around the country like you get to go do, Wesley, but here in the Northwest, it's kind of a staple. If things start getting a little too crazy for a 100-lap race or a standard late model race here in the Northwest, if things start getting a little bit too dicey, we'll switch to single file. So that doesn't surprise me that the Northwest officials have made that call to go single file the rest of the way.
By the way, 23 cars got inverted for the start of this race. If you're wondering why it was just such a crazy lineup, your 24th starter started in his starting position. Everybody else from 23rd went to the pole, first went to 23rd. I like this invert. I like it.
It's chaos. Who doesn't love some chaos on LSRTV? Lights out on the sedan.
And now I understand why Will Duvall was on the around the front row, because he was in the back, but then he gets inverted 23 cars, so he gets inverted to the front. Oh, somebody says it's like running on ice out
shots.
here. Nah, I got nothing but love for Will. I got nothing but love for Will. I've got nothing but love for Will. He knows that. Come on, here we go. Back there. I can't pick on Big Bird. He's the director of this series. Hey, I can't pick on Big Bird, Eric Cheney. He's the director of this series, so.
I can pick on Big Bird all I want. Where's he at?
Daggett, Garski, side by side. Big Bird right now was in 15.
Oh, caution.
And we have another caution.
Caution's out.
Go figure. Another caution. Keith Bradley, what's up, buddy? The animal. Keith Bradley from Lawrenceburg, Indiana. I think somebody jumped the restart, I believe it was. Maybe they didn't agree with the restart. It was a single file, though. That's what I can't figure out.
18 drivers on the lead lap.
That's right. Thank you to Sam Dyer for giving us some, our executive assistant, executive director. Except he's not getting executive pay. He might be one of. Is he one of the Northwest officials? I think maybe of this race.
Who knows? I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yes.
So under caution once again here at Langley. You're looking at Garski, who led most of the early stages of this one, but once Curtis Critchley got past him, as looks like another lucky dog for Josh Washington there in the 006. Remember, drivers with a 0 in front of their number, like Garski right there in the 044, those are drivers that have not yet paid their registration fee. They have until, I believe, the second week of December to get that registration fee paid. There's another one, Kyle Matthews, in the 029. Those are drivers that have not paid their registration fee yet. They are allowed to race up until the second week of December if they have not paid their fee just yet. So still plenty of time. They just said, you know what, we just want to try to get the guys interested. Hey, maybe you guys do the first race. Maybe this isn't for you. We won't punish you by costing you any money. So they give them a couple races to figure out if they want to continue on for the full season or not.
So 029 is Samuel is the statistician. Okay, don't give him the title of boss. It's I changed my mind. You're the executive producer. No, he's not. I don't think so. He's the statistician. And the lights are off on the pace car. Thank you. By the way, Samuel says contact between Matthews and Lemke is what brought out the caution. Thank you for that, because our producer couldn't find it. 37 of 100. We're closing. We're closing in on we're closing in on halfway. 37 of 100 laps to Northwest Pro Late Model Series. The lights are off for the pace car. We're about to re-rack them and restack them, and actually they're going to be single file. Green flag, back out. 27 is gone. Critchley.
Great
set
restart.
sail in his Chevrolet. Back on the restart in the back straightaway.
Great restart by Curtis Critchley there. Into number 27, Garski able to fend off Daggett, but here comes the defending Northwest Tour champion, Chris Carroll in the 097. Chris Camary coming up through the field, bringing Brian Reynolds with him. Here comes Cole Trickle. Behind him is Stroker Ace, Caden Anderson in the 37. He gets past Lowther. Anderson, one of those guys you always have to factor in every time he enters a race on iRacing. And now going to the inside of Camary to try to break into the top 6. He will. Anderson moving to the field to 7th, trying to leave his teammate Cole Raz behind, but Raz, he's trying to make his way through the field as well. There he is in that black number 27 behind them. He's following Dan Lowther through the field. Remember, Lowther won that Snowflake 100 we did last year.
Yeah, we did. That was fun. And if you remember also, the Northwest iRacing Tour ran a mimic of the Snowball Derby, which was actually a 300-lap race. One of the longest races of the year for the Northwest Tour, and that was also an exciting event. That was too. Critchley, Daggett, Carroll, Garski, Reynolds, top 5. You know, Greg, we should talk with the Northwest Tour or the Pro Late Model guys and maybe have like a iRacing Snowflake 100 and maybe another iRacing Snowball Derby. Yeah,
we are. We're going to. The Northwest Tour, yes, it's off for the full season as Chris Carroll moves into second. By the way, he won that Snowball Derby that we're talking about last year, the Custom Fab Derby. But
yep,
the Northwest Tour is coming back for 3 races, super late model races here. And one of those, the first one, is going to be the Custom Fab Derby. So there will be a Northwest Snowball Derby this year. And of course, that means the Pro Late Series are going to be doing the Snowflake.
That is going to be awesome. So there you go. That answers one of those questions. As they work off turn 4. Critchley, Carroll, Daggett, Reynolds, Anderson, top 5. Look at Lowther, 3 wide in the middle. He got some contact.
Full send, and around goes
Garski. Oh, he's right in front of him.
Oh, did you see the shot that Camary gave Garski, who winds up in the wall? And your early leader, Nate Garski's night goes from good to bad to oh boy.
Oh my goodness. Dan Lowther nowhere to go. Look at this machine up on the outside. Chris Carroll all the way up 15 positions. He started back in 17th. And then look at this car going around in front of Lowther and Moore's Camary. Well, actually, Camary helped keep things going again, except for the 4 going back at the wall. By the way, Dylan Huffines is now out. Second car out of the race under caution. Hey, we're closing in on halfway. We'll take a break. We'll come back. More coverage. Northwest Pro Late Model Series on your home for sim racing. Happy Turkey Murder Day in a couple of days to you.
An automobile purchase shouldn't be hard. The hardest part for the consumer in the whole process should be selecting the vehicle. We have the online credit application. We can bring the car to you to see it, to test drive it, to deliver it. We have all the tools in place, and we've had them in place for a long time. I just think now we've perfected it. It's become part of our culture. We've, kind of taken it to the next level. It is easy, and it should be easy, and it should be fun, and it shouldn't take a whole lot of time.
Hey, it's Wesley Outlet on the set of the Bull Ring on Speed 51 TV, but I also want to remind everybody that you can keep up with coverage of esports with the Northwest Cup and Truck Series, the American iRacing League, S&B Cup Series, and so much more on your home for sim racing, LSRTV. Of course, remember, you can watch it, and then you can listen to it on CRN, the community radio network, at wearecrn.com. Check us out when you can.
Just after halfway, 51 of 100 laps. Greg Rentz, Wesley Outland back here with you. Statistician behind the scenes is Samuel Dyer. And we welcome you back. Getting ready for the green flag. By the way, Garkey, Denny, and Washington and Camary came to the pits during this last caution. 2 cars now out of the race. Will Duvall and Dylan Huffines. We're back to green. And the number 27 machine brings them back with Critchley out in front. And here we go, Greg, again. They're getting antsy going to 3. Louder below the bottom of the apron into the corner. Wow.
And a lot of damage on that 63 as well, so that may affect the drive just a little bit. But this is short track racing. This ain't like the big tracks on the Cup Series where a little bit of damage is going to end your night. No, these cars can take a licking and keep on ticking, as here comes Anderson trying to make his way up onto the podium now, going after Troy Daggett, but Chris Carroll right there in second to the Northwest Tour champion. Anderson takes a peek to the high side. Now he's going for Daggett in the number 9, trying to break on the podium. Brian Reynolds up there as well in the 12.
And we're just after halfway in this event. 46 laps to go. Leaders working their way to the back straightaway. Critchley, Carroll, Daggett, Anderson, Reynolds, all there. Little contact there for a moment by Garber. Garber and Denny battling. As they go back into 1 and 2. Race continues. Critchley, the man out in front. Carroll in second. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Shane Quinn there in that Russ Wheeler tribute. Oh no!
Daggett below the bottom.
Was up in the 3rd spot. He's lost a lot of ground in that number 9. Must have broke loose there in turns 1 and 2. See Colton Garber there, some damage on that 59 car.
Greg, he was in second. He has fell all the way back to 15th behind Casey Garber. Man, what a tough break.
What a heartbreak. What a heartbreaker for the Coeur d'Alene driver. Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, the hometown for Troy Daggett. But that puts Carroll in second, Anderson third, and Reynolds falling back a little bit there in 4th. He's got one of the Dennys behind him. That would be Brock Denny in the 064, who's trying to make his way up. Remember, Denny was fastest in practice in that Mountain Dew Chevy as Camary to the inside. We got a battle for the lead. Chris Carroll is taking a peek on the inside of Curtis Critchley right now. Side by side for the lead at Langley. They touch!
Oh, no! The leader spin! No, Anderson!
He makes the save. Anderson the second, and we're not done yet as Reynolds tries to get by Critchley, and now Curtis Critchley has to put the head down and try to get himself back up there. Chris Carroll leads over Caden Anderson now in second place.
And now Carroll, the leader. Anderson now the second. Reynolds falls to third. Critchley, who was up in the front, now back to 4th. And the race continues on now with 38 laps to go.
You see Cole Raz creeping up into the picture as well. You can never count Cole Raz out in that number 27, trying to make his way up through the field after Casey Garber. Remember, those two have had some battles over the years here on LSR TV. Dan Lowther lurking back there. Shane Quinn, multi-time winner on the tour. As Caden Anderson beginning to chip away at Chris Carroll, we've seen these two battle it out on the Northwest Tour a lot last year. You can catch all those races in their entirety in the archives. We saw Anderson and Carroll go to battle several times last season.
By the
Remember
way,
the Northwest
understanding
Tour
Daggett
would?
lost it. Understanding Troy Daggett lost it on his own with no contact, and that's where he fell back now. And also, Chris Carroll started this race 17th. Caden Anderson started 20th. And they are now up in 1 and 2.
Trying to settle this one between them with 34 laps to go. Critchley trying to get back past Reynolds. You know he wants to get back up and get this race lead back. And I think he may have a little something for Chris Carroll if he can get back up there, because there was contact between them for the lead. Curtis Critchley no doubt going to be wanting to get up there. He's got to get it past Briar Reynolds first, though. And he's got to do it quickly, because Brock Denny in that number 064, he wants to go. He wants a shot at Carroll and Anderson to try to win this one for himself. As here comes Critchley to the bottom. He's got the preferred lane. He's got him down the backstretch, side by side, door to door, through 3 and 4. Curtis Critchley back on the podium with the nose in front.
Boy, they were squilling tires. They was bumping. There was contact. Going off into 1 and 2. Reynolds up the racetrack, and we got a caution.
The caution's out.
Yellow flag flies again. Caution with now 30 laps to go. 32 laps to go, correction, and the caution is out after we have had, is it Camary, with damage on the 15 machine. So Chris Camary might be involved in another caution. He's several laps down. Remember, he pitted. We'll find out, Sammy. He'll give us our stats here in a moment, Greg. If 15, the cause of the yellow, we'll look at this here.
Nope, there's the caution right there. It was not Chris Camary in the 15.
No, it wasn't Camary. No, it
I
wasn't.
thought I saw Nate Garski trying to get back out on the track, and maybe he came up on the track a little bit before he was up to speed, and maybe that triggered the caution. As Camary comes in for some damage repair, there's Carroll and Anderson, 097, 137. By the way, Brock Denny in that number 064, he started 19th, and he's up to 4th. Casey Garber started 22nd, and he's made his way up deep into the top 10.
Brock Denny started 19th. Kenneth Garber started 22nd, and they're also up in the top 5 as well. Coming to the crosshairs of the finish of this one, about to be 3/4 of the way through. Hey, by the way, don't forget the main Super Late Model Series will be on Saturday night. Unless they're taking off for Thanksgiving. We come back next Monday night with round number 2 of what is the Sim 500 League Trans-Service Blizzard Series Cup. That'll be going on. That's on a Monday night series. And then, of course, now Tuesday night, Northwest Pro Late Model Series, 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Pacific, or Central. It's like 7:30 Pacific for you guys over there.
7:30, yep. A new series coming to LSRTV.
And the Northwest Pro Late Models, lap 73 of 100. The lights are going to go off on the pace car, I believe, next time by. And we're still ready to settle it out here. Who's going to be the winner of round 1 for the Northwest Pro Late Models? As right now, the number 097 out in front. Chris Carroll, Carroll and Anderson right there alongside one another. Green flag will come out with 26 laps to go. It'll be 26 laps remaining when they come to the green flag. Lights are off on the pace car here at the flat track of the Virtual iRacing Langley Speedway, now known as Larry King Law's Langley Speedway. Bill Mullis has done a phenomenal job with that racetrack. Green flag back in the air. 26 to go at Langley. And it is Anderson trying to run after Carroll again into 1 and 2.
Notice what Anderson did there. He got to the bottom to try to get that preferred line as quickly as he could. You want to be on the bottom at this racetrack. As you see Brian Reynolds back there, the Superflow car. One car breaking loose there in the infield. I think that was Troy Daggett in the number 9 as Anderson trying to reel in Chris Carroll. We're going to see a battle between them again, and the caution is out.
Caution's
One car
out.
falling down the ticker. That's Brian Reynolds. We're not done yet.
By the way, my apologies.
Reynolds up in the wall. Oh, and that's Casey Garber as well.
Series.
Casey Garber, Brian Reynolds, 2 of the Garber's Garage.
All right, let's watch what happened here. Pryor Reynolds slammed into, turned into the pack, and there you see it. Like Greg said, nowhere to go. It's coming down to the final 25 laps. You see this happening. By the way, let me reiterate, the main sim racing series, it's not super late models. My apologies. I don't have anything to do with that, so I didn't know, but it's the main sim racing series on Saturday night. And I guess they're a racing series out of Maine. Yeah, they like
Yes,
their
the
lobster.
state of Maine.
Yeah.
Casey Garber caught up in
Kenneth.
that wreck and looks like he's done for the night.
Yeah. Kenneth Garber, by the way, involved in the accident as well. Kenneth Garber was involved in the wreck. Before Garber was involved in the accident, Greg, Caden Anderson, Heat 4 winner, Kenneth Garber winner, were the best runners of Heat winners. Another stat coming in from Samuel Dyer. Thanks for that.
And Anderson's second right now, trying to sweep the week it would be for him, as it would be a win in the Heat and a win in the Main. Trying to track down Chris Carroll right now. Under caution, we're going to try it again.
Man, I got to disagree with you. Keith, it's actually been a pretty good race. It's been a pretty good pro late model race. It's not been a wreck fest. We've had our little string alongs of some cautions, but it's we've not hit like 15 yellow flags. It's only been like maybe 5 or 6. So, and for the most part, Greg, we've had some pretty good racing when they get going. When they get going, the racing's been fairly decent.
And I think we're going to see a lot of action now, because look who has made his way up into 4th place. That's Cole Raz in that 27 red numbers, alongside Curtis Chrisley, 27 white numbers. Razzle dazzle. And he's lined up right behind his teammate, Caden Anderson.
And by the way, Brian is now the 3rd car out of the race, joining the likes of Troy Daggett as well as Will Duvall. And my apologies, Dylan Huffines. Those are the 3 that are out. Green flag back out. Under 20 to go, 19 remaining, and we're back underway. And Anderson just coming after his prey. Carroll pulling away. Raz is now in the mix, and here we go into 3. They're all hooked up with each other. Critchley now back in the battle on the inside of the machine of Raz. 18 to go. They go back to turn 1.
There as well. Bryce Denny's there as well in that number 064. Brock Denny. I was looking at Bryce Denny, who's the 3rd driver out of the race. Garber and Quinn will also not finish this one. Is Denny able to get past Cole Raz to move into 4th? And Dan Lowther, he's still moving along in that number 63. It's been beat to the devil, but it's still up there in that number 63. Still fighting with the top 10 right now. 16 laps to go as Carroll trying to pull away from Anderson.
Dan Lowther's car looks like it's been in a demolition derby in a squared circle, but he's still right there in the top 10. In 6th, outside the top 5. 15 to go. Carroll, Anderson, Critchley, Raz, and Denny right there all with each other. But they're a single file, and Carroll is pulling away as they go down into turn number 3.
Just a little bit, though, but Anderson's going to come sniffing back little by little. He's got 14 laps and some heavy lap traffic ahead to try and steal this one at the end from Chris Carroll. We called him Christmas Carroll last year, trying to start the holidays off with a win here on LSRTV and pick up right where he left off as, Garski trying to get to pit road. That's going to bring out the caution.
Yellow flag
Garski was trying to get to pit road. Garski was trying to get to pit road and nosed it into the wall. And we're going to have a caution.
Yellow flag coming out with 11 cars on the lead lap. We now have 5 cars out of the race, with counting Austin out, Kenneth Garber and Shane Quinn.
There you see right
Angel
there
Ortega,
the hit.
Heat 1 winner. Angel Ortega was the Heat 1 winner. He started from the pits, and he's now up 12 positions on the racetrack. And there you see what happened to Garski there, Greg.
So I'm nose into the wall. So here we go. We're going to be inside 10 laps to go. Going to put 12 cars on the lead lap, including heat race winner Angel Ortega. We're not done yet. We're going to do this one more time.
Yeah, they're going to be under 10 laps remaining when this race gets back going again. Greg, what's the rules for overtime? Do they get unlimited overtime attempts or 2 attempts or what?
I would have to double check. I know it's a maximum of 3 overtime attempts, so I would have to double check what the rules state. Or Angel Ortega is still 4 laps down, so it will only be 11 cars still on the lead lap.
Yep. 11 cars on the lead lap, but 11 laps to go now, making 10 remaining. And it's probably going to be 9 or 8 laps to go when the green flag comes back in the air, as the lights are still on the pace car. Carroll and Anderson are going to be beside one another when they come back to the green. Critchley alongside with Cole Raz. That's your top 2 rows. By the way, this is going to be our final broadcast before Thanksgiving on behalf of Jeff's. No? Oh, we have a race tomorrow night. Oh, cool. What are we doing tomorrow night? The main guys are in action tomorrow night. Apologies for calling you super late. The main sim racing series. Yeah.
Can't blame me. I've been out of the loop for like 4 months. I've been on break.
It's good to hear your voice again. It's good to hear your voice again, though, Greg. It's great to have you back, buddy. Ready?
It's good
lights
to be
off
back.
on the pace card.
Yeah, sometimes life gets real and you got to take a step back and reset. But, hey, it's good to be back. Here we go.
Oh!
Anderson got ahead of Carroll, playing some mind games with each other here. Now Critchley to try to capitalize as Anderson had to check up to get Carroll back in there.
It about bottlenecked the field. And boy, oh boy, what a save as Carroll's licking his chops. He's loving this. Pulling away. Critchley now under attack, getting around Anderson. Back to second, 7 to go to the back straightaway. They go at Langley. And Carroll loves this. He's pulling away as they go to 3. Six to go.
Carroll loves it, but you know what he doesn't love?
What does he not love?
He loves seeing the gap, but he doesn't love who's behind him now because remember, there was a little bit of contact between Critchley and Carroll that got Carroll the lead.
That's right.
Now it's 5 laps to go. Critchley's back up to second, and he is trying to reel him in.
And all that's going on is Carroll trying to pull away, keep away from Critchley. As Anderson is under Critchley's back door. 4 laps to go. Right behind them is Denny and Raz. All those machines right in this mix. And while that goes on, Carroll is licking his chops, proudly saying, bring it on, boys. I'm pulling away. 3 to go. He's in turn 1.
Trying to seal it up. The Northwest Tour presented by Joe's Racing Products champion from last winter. Trying to pick up right where he left off. But Curtis Critchley, a new player, has entered the game here in the Northwest Pro Late Series. We've seen him on LSRTV time and time again, and the driver from north of the border chasing another one from north of the border. It's a Canadian battle to the checkered as the white flag falls. It's the CRN one to go, Wesley.
All details at wearecrn.com. Final time around for Chris Carroll. Hits his marks down the back straightaway. Final time into 3. Round 1 winner of the new Northwest Pro Late Model Series at Langley. Chris Carroll in 097. And there they go. Critchley will settle and hold off Anderson for second to third. Rest of the field crossing the line. And Carroll, just simply one of the best in late model cars, whether it's a super or a pro. Do what now?
Did you see Anderson just nose that thing into the wall after the race? Here we go, Curtis Critchley going to burn it down. Anderson just shot it straight into the wall afterwards as Chris Carroll, Northwest Tour champion, Northwest Snowball Derby champion, inaugural winner of the Northwest Pro Late Series.
Getting it done just after midnight Eastern time. Checkered flag. And the win going to Chris Carroll. Of course, again, defending Northwest iRacing Tour presented by Joe's Racing Products Super Late Model Champion. He won the, of course, the Derby event at Pensacola last year. And now, with a new era for Pro Late Models with the Northwest, they get it done again. Checkered flag. Here's your results. There you see it, Chris Carroll. By the way, we mentioned it a couple of times. We'll mention it again. Drivers with the 0 on the sides of their numbers are not official members of the Northwest Pro Late Model Series, meaning they got a couple of weeks to get that done to become a member. If not, they forfeit their points and season. Carroll he'll become a member now. He better be. He wins round 1. Curtis Critchley second. Caden Anderson third. Brock Denny, Cole Raz, Dan Lowther, Andrew Lemke, Daryl Tidrick, Troy Daggett, Tyler Kim, the top 10. We'll also mention Colton Garber and Angel Ortega. And Greg, that's the half of the field. You take them to the rest of 24.
You got Big Bird, Eric Cheney coming home in lucky 13 with Kyle Matthews in 14th. Chris Camary, number 15, rounds out the top 15. Shane Quinn, the 0-4. He's going to be a guy to watch in the series for sure. As well, Pryor Reynolds, great run for the number 12, that Cole Trickle throwback. Casey Garber, a winner on the tour in the trucks. Unfortunately, not tonight in the number 96. Josh Washington, Ryan Bloom, your top 20. Final 4 cars on the field. Drivers who had some good runs going early. Unfortunately, the night ended early for Garski, Denny, Huffines, and Duvall.
So that is the way they wrap them up here in round 1. Northwest Pro Late Model Series. What a fun show they put on. By the way, go to Northwest Racing Series to find out all the details of the also Cup, Truck, and ARCA, as that'll be coming back in 2022. Hope you enjoyed tonight's event. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it is time for the Finish Line Post-Race Report. Post-race wrap-up show as we will get ready for that one. And by the way, don't forget Finish Line tomorrow morning. A special Thanksgiving Eve edition. Got a whole bunch of great guests lined up. It's 11 Eastern, 10 Central on your home for sim racing LSRTV Productions, as well as on Fox Sports Radio. When we come back, we'll talk to the top 3 here tonight at Langley. Stand by. I don't think I gave a Grammy speed. Welcome back to coverage of the Northwest Pro Late Model Series on your home for sim racing, LSRTV. I am Wesley Outland. Greg Rentz alongside the band back together again. Thanks also for statistician behind the scenes by Samuel Dyer. And we are getting ready now for the finish line post-race wrap-up. Let's grab now the third place man in tonight's event at Langley, and that's going to be Caden Anderson. Caden, from one series on to the next one, it's with Pro Late Models. You enjoy running pros in real life. Your take of the race here tonight. Pretty lively and eventful 100-lapper, and now you finish on the podium.
Yeah, I feel like tonight was very eventful. There was a lot of cautions there early on, and then we got a few green flag runs. So overall, I think it's a good night, and glad the series is alive and well.
Hey, let's take a quick look at the stats here. You won the heat race. You had to start 20th for the A main, got as high as second, and finished third. Not bad for the first race of this new series, but hey, when it comes to late models here with the Northwest, whether it's the Pro Lates or, of course, over the years on the Super Late Model Tour, you always seem to find your way to the front. Seems like every time we have Northwest on iRacing, you are one of the front guys.
Yeah, I love racing with these group of guys, and normally these guys are pretty clean. So I love enjoying and racing with these guys, and always have fun doing it.
A good time here tonight at Langley. Obviously, Caden, if you could go back and do things differently, would you, maybe been a little bit more aggressive to Curtis to try to get around him earlier to get it, or could you just not run down Chris Carroll there and then find him laps, by the way?
Honestly, I think that last caution really screwed us up there. I think I was chasing Chris down a little bit. I don't know if I had the fastest car, but I feel like I was chasing him down just a tiny bit. So it all really just depends on that caution came out or not. But it came out, and it unfortunately resulted in me in third place.
All right, man. Well, before we let you go, your sponsor's third place here tonight.
Yeah, I just want to thank Harvey Chevrolet, CAD Designs, Studio 10 Wraps, and Custom Fab.
Caden Anderson out of Yakima, Washington. He'll finish in the number 3 position. Second spot going to Curtis Critchley. And Curtis led a good part of the race when things got going. They got moved around there on a restart by Chris Carroll. Carroll and Anderson all in that mix. When it was all said and done, he was able to rally back and get back into the top 5, second spot for the finish tonight. Curtis, your take of the race, buddy, and being a part of this Northwest Model Series event tonight at Langley.
That was a lot of fun, this series, especially with it being open late models, which I do enjoy. It's probably one of my top 3 cars on the service here on iRacing, and to have it open, which I prefer because it's a lot more fun to do when something you put work in. But considering I didn't know I was racing this till today, I didn't even know when I woke up today that I would be racing this. I think we put together a good piece of a car. Tyler Shattuck put a good late model together here. I just changed around a few things to help it suit my driving style, and we able to come out here pretty good at the start here.
So, Curtis, question. We saw your name pop up, and we got in the LSRTV booth, got excited because we're like, hey, we know this guy. What brought you to this series? This is a brand new series. What was it that brought you over here to the Northwest Pro Late Series to be part of the series debut?
Well, funny enough, I've been watching the series on the Super Late Model series on LSRTV for a while now, and I think, Greg, you actually shared on Facebook a post about it today. And I saw it, and I knew I had to jump on that. And, of course, it's on LSRTV, and it's the Northwest Series, so I definitely wanted to get in on that.
And by the way, there's a guy that keeps messaging me by the name of Troy Olison. Contact Greg Rentz. Somebody contact Big Bird, Eric Shady. Somebody get this guy signed up, okay? He wants to join the Northwest Pro Late Model Series as well. He contacted me during a basketball game tonight, and I was like, dude, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's what I'm doing tonight, but contact somebody in the Northwest. So Troy Olison, hopefully you can get a hold of the right people. I know you were in the chat box as well. Man, Curtis, what do you think we're going to see here in the next couple of weeks with this Pro Late Model Series? And how different is it from running a Super Late Model car on iRacing?
There's a lot less throttle control here in the Pro Late just because it's not as powered. So basically it's just trying to get the car to lift off oversteer almost into the turns instead of actually trying to stop, rotate, and then power off. It's more or less trying to get in really good and then just carry that speed. And I think we're going to have a lot of good racing here coming up in the future here. There's a lot of good guys out here, a lot of fast guys, and I'm excited to take the series head on.
Well, definitely, it's good to see that you got away from swag, and good to see you now a part of this awesome series. So thank your sponsors, and we'll let you go, brother.
I'd like to thank Refined Motorsports, Howard Shattuck, Rick Spencer Walt for helping me build the stuff here at Refined. On that, say hello to Mom and Dad. On that, thank you LSRT for broadcasting this. It's been you guys got to see me when I first started on iRacing, so it's real nice to be back here.
Always good checking them out. Curtis Critchley there tonight, runner-up here in the Northwest Pro Late Model Series, round 1 at Langley. Victory lane we go. All right, defending Northwest iRacing champion last year, and now he comes right out of the gate with a new Northwest Pro Late Model Series. Chris Carroll, congratulations to you. Just stayed out of trouble, waited for the right time, right restart, pounced on Critchley and everyone else, and went on to get the win. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks, Wesley. I appreciate it, man. It's great to be back. I hate that me and Critchley made contact there. I felt like I was as low as I could go, and we were racing hard, and I just want him to know that was unintentional.
Hey, Chris, man, last year you won the Northwest Tour Super Late Model Championship, picked up right where you left off. You finished second in your heat race, started 17th on the main event, chipping your way through the field to win the A-Main. We saw you do that time and time again on the Northwest Tour, including that big win in the Snowball Derby that we kept alluding to on the broadcast. But man, picked up right where you left off. Good to have you back.
Hey, I appreciate it, Rents. I'll be honest, I didn't know I was on races today either. I was on the same as Curtis there. Cheney threw me a text. Eric Cheney said, "Hey, why don't you come race with us?" And I was like, "Well, I don't set cars up. I just drive them." And he said, "We got to set up in there," and I ran that, and I was shocked at how fast that thing was. It was really fun to race.
Now, Chris, you've got a 0 on the side of your number. I'm sure that immediately that's going to get changed, and you're going to become a member. Obviously, right out of the gate, you win round 1, and you're the points leader.
Yeah, it's a bit shocking, Wesley. Like Curtis said, I woke up this morning having no idea. Old Cheney talked me into that, and that was a lot of fun. So hopefully we can get something sorted out there, and we can put on a show for you guys.
But I will say this, though, man. It is cool to have some type of a diversion, if you will, for the late model, since we are not doing a couple of 2 or 3 of the, Northwest iRacing Tour Super Late Model events.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, Wesley. You got to fill me in. I heard a few things a few months back, and I'm not sure how that's all going down. I heard they're doing 3 races, and that's about all I heard.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. And we're going to broadcast them, I believe. So, but then when it's all said and done, a win for you, but it's on to the next one. Happy Turkey Murder Day to you and the family, and I thank your sponsors in closing here, Ms. Carroll.
Hey, thanks, Wesley. I got to thank Pit Lizard Performance, and I got to thank all the boys over there that make this car go fast, and I got to thank these guys for putting on this series, man. You guys do an awesome job on the broadcast, and they put their heart and soul into putting this deal on for us. They're super busy guys, and it's awesome to have a place to race, and this is a good group to race with here. These guys are really clean up at the front, and we can go at it. So really, really entertaining and really fun.
Chris Carroll winning round 1 here tonight at Langley Speedway, and that'll put a wrap-up on the finish line post-race wrap-up show. Remember tomorrow morning, Ty Majesk, Kyvan Rivenbark, Michael Brown, Randy Myers, Nick Hoffman, Bobby Pierce, and Michael Diaz tomorrow for a special Thanksgiving Eve edition of Finish Line, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 Central, 8 a.m. Pacific on LSRTV Productions and Fox Sports Radio in the Carolinas. All right, Greg, your final take on things, bud. Round 1 in the books. Langley did not disappoint. And, of course, from one champion series to now on to another, Chris Carroll the winner. Your final take.
And it was so good to be back on LSR TV. And, again, I stress this to everybody. If you're having some kind of issues, get it checked out, all that stuff. Don't sleep on anything. Make sure you guys are 100% good to go the entire time. Otherwise, you get to go on a 4-month break like I did. So it was so good to be back here on LSR TV, and I can't wait to be back here regularly once again Wesley, it was so much fun to be working with you again. Congratulations to our top 3, and hey, it was awesome to be back. Looking forward to the rest of the series as well.
Likewise, my friend, looking forward to next week as well. Tomorrow night, it will be the final broadcast before Thanksgiving, and that is with the main racing series. I believe Samuel Dyer will be on the call for that one. On behalf of everybody here, from my family to yours, happy Thanksgiving. We love you. Finish line tomorrow. And, of course, for Jeff Stabnow, Charles Wooten, Samuel Dyer also helping us out at statistician work tonight. We congratulate, of course, Chris Carroll, winner of Round 1, the Northwest Pro Late Model Series. And on behalf of everybody at LSRTV, Rocky, happy Thanksgiving. Be good to one another, and we thank you for watching.